Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new PlayNow. Yes, you're getting a new show. I have no idea when the last one was uploaded. I'm making this 3 days after the Heroes of Might and Magic 2 video was uploaded. So it may be July? I'm not sure. This is Surviving Mars, which at the moment when I'm making this video is free to play on Steam. It will not be free to play when you see this video. It's gonna cost, a bit, I guess. Currently the price is around 10 euros if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a bit over 10 euros. The normal price would be 30 euros. This is a Paradox game, so if you really want to enjoy it fully, wait a year and buy all the DLC. Well, actually, no. It depends how many legs, or how long the legs of this game would be, or will be. Because, as you know, Crusader Kings 2 has been going on and on and on for, what's it been, 7 years, 8 years? Not even sure anymore. It's still going with new DLC constantly, and it's getting bigger and better and better and bigger. And this one, well, I think this could go a bit, actually. A bit longer than what Hemimont usually does with its tropical games. I think this one may have some staying power. So, what's this game about? It is a game where you go to Mars to colonize it, and you probably fail and die, and bad things happen. It's not what you would call revolutionary. I mean, there's been games in this genre for a long time. I actually made a video about Avon Colony, which, okay, Avon Colony was not on Mars, but it was a similar concept for a video game, and it had a lot of similar ideas. And in 2016, there was a game called Planet Base, which I played, and Planet Base starts off like really strong with so many options, and you know, survival on Mars being a difficult thing. But it sort of stops having a challenge like really soon after you realize that, oh, it's sort of platforms out. That's not how you say it. It hits a ceiling of difficulty. Surviving Mars, on the other hand, has a lot of things in its favor. For one, it has Paradox, which will constantly produce new content for it. The latest one is actually a DLC that adds terraforming to the game, the Green Planet. This adds terraforming. You can actually turn Mars. You can turn Mars. You can give water to Mars and turn it green. And it also has platypuses. I saw it on Twitter. You can make a zoo with platypuses in it because it's a Paradox game, and why would it not have platypuses in it? And you do also have free things. Even if you don't get this expansion, you do have some free stuff that's added into the base game. That's related to changing the planet, and that comes in the form of landscaping tools, which the game did not have initially. Also, you have mods. This is the Paradox mod manager. It'll work on every version of the game, even on the console version of the game. So you can pretty much do anything. You have skilled tech trees, different tech trees that you can install in logos and different buildings, and it is quite extensive. Like, people have been modding the crap out of this game. My god, you kind of don't really need to buy all the expansions anymore. Well, yeah, some of them will probably be very, very tied into the functionality added by expansion, so you may actually need expansion. So let's actually get into the game, like, 5 minutes after starting the thing. So when you click new game, usually you'll be asked, would you like to go through the tutorial? And of course I said no, because I hate tutorials in most games. I think most games do tutorials, but I haven't. Now, people at Paradox, I haven't played the tutorials, so I'm not addressing this to you. But some games, a lot of games, have really poor tutorials. So one that comes to mind actually is a game called Tharsis. It's a dice game. You're on a space station, you roll dice, and depending on the dice, you may or may not die this turn. The tutorial takes longer than the average game session. A lot longer. It's kind of annoying. So in this game, you are able to choose a mission sponsor. Either be it the International Mars mission, which is the easiest difficult. This is the one I'll be playing in the save game I'm about to load. It gives you a really big rocket, a lot of money, and a price for rare metals that's actually quite good. Then you have the USA, which gives you big rockets and periodical funding. But you have fewer funds up front. You have the Blue Sun Corporation, which gives you more money, less research. Actually, better prices for rare metals. You have different traits associated with these factions. You start with a bonus low G engineering tech. You get money depending on your research and all sorts. You can even play. You can even have the mission be sponsored by Paradox Interactive. They won't give you a lot of money. They won't give you a lot of research, but they'll give you better chances of getting anomalies, which are really major technological discoveries. And the rocket requires more fuel to launch. That is a drawback. After that, you can choose your profile. You can be a city mayor, which gives you more money, and you require less upkeep for your buildings. Buildings require upkeep in the form of resources, not money. And the resources on Mars, they're not easy to come by. Not at all. You can also play as an oligarch, which actually isn't... this has no drawbacks. You'd think with a name like oligarch, from oligarchy, you'd have some, the people may not like you as much in time, but they just get some really neat bonuses. Like, that's fuel production. That's actually important because you need to refuel your ships to get them back to Earth and, ferry stuff around or send them on away missions. Oh yeah, this thing has away missions. We can get that. You have all sorts of options here, with in Tropico, this would be your so if this were let's pretend it's Tropico because it's made by Heavy Mountain. They made the from 3 to 5 they made them also. This would be your how you were installed in power. This would be one of your traits. Actually, it's sort of like half that because you don't have a negative trait. So this would be your trait, I guess. Then you have your logo. You can pick whatever you want. You can be a space communist, which is nice. Or don't panic. You should panic. And then you have something different. This is a mystery. This is sort of the game's plot line, if you will. Sears. Never fire a laser at a mirror. Why not? What could happen? It's so bad. I mean, that's how you get lasers in the first place, with mirrors. I'm putting myself to the fullest possible use, which is all I think that any conscious citizen can ever hope to do. That's right, Hal, that's right. These are sort of your plot line, if you will. Now, the game, you don't have a campaign. You just have these things, which are sort of your stories that will take place, your events, your things that will happen. And you will discover them in time depending. Oh, there's Jean-Luc. Seize the time. Live now. Make now always the most precious time. Now will never come again. And that was a horrible imitation of Patrick Stewart. You also have these very, very nice quotes from several writers and fictional characters from sci-fi, and I think there was a Terry Pratchett one around here somewhere. I could have sworn there was a Terry Pratchett one. Thought there was a Terry Pratchett one. Huh. Maybe they're randomized. Oh, and then you have game rules. Oh yeah, here this was the Terry Pratchett one, Chaos Theory. In fact, the mere act of opening the box will determine the state of the cat, although in this case, there were 3 determined states the cat could be in. These being alive, dead, and bloody furious. This is from one of the witches books, I think. It's in reference to Nanny Ogg's cat, Grebo. Grebo killed a vampire by mistake once. So that's all you have to know about Grebo. Fascinating books, fantastic books, you should read them. So these are your custom rules. You can fully randomize a deck tree. You can have a prefab colony that lets you play. This is sort of a easier starting off a point than normally. You also have basically cheats with like easy maintenance. This will actually disable achievements because it makes the game very easy. Like this one, for example, it gives you 3,000 research points per soul. Soul is a day, so Yeah, I think it is a day. Yeah, probably a day, because it's calculated depending on days. I'm not really sure how Mars days relate to Earth days, but it's around the day. Have endless supplies where you can just wow, that actually automatically refills resources each day. You have the option to customize this as much as you want to, make it as easy or as hard as possible. It's your choice. You get to do anything you want to. And I really like that. Winter is coming. Nothing burns like the cold, of course. Cold wave rating set to maximum level. And after that, you get to choose, well, what you put on your ship. You can even have prefab buildings, which will give you buildings that you can just plump down and will require no resources to actually build up front. This is useful because at first you will have a bit of a hard time gathering resources. At least I did at first, because I didn't understand how some things work, because I didn't play the tutorial. And then comes the part where you're this reminds me a bit of what was that game? The one I keep confusing with that other one. Oh god damn it! It's on the tip of my tongue. It's the one where you're landing on a planet and you have to manage some colonists and build things. It's god. It reminded me a bit of Factorio, but it's not Factorio because it's a lot less dependent on systems. God, I've played it for like 80 hours. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Can I see my Steam whatchamacallit? Activity profiles. I can't see my Steam library on here. It's that game. Oh god damn it, I forgot it was. I think it's made by a single guy or something. Your guides, your achievements, your players, your discussions. Surviving Mars. Profile. Okay, I'm gonna go to my profile and see if I can figure out what game that is. By the way, this achievement, this one was actually that one was easy to get. Where was I don't have an achievement for thought I had an achievement for Bridesmaid. That's weird. So I'm gonna let's see. More achievements? No, I can't actually visit my well anyway. It's like that other game that I forgot what it's called. You can in that game it shows you the seasons, how long they last, and you know what temperature, what traveling distance you have, but it goes in more detail than this one does. But you have some important statistics on this map. You have topography, meaning how easy it is to build something in a straight line. Temperature, which will influence what happens when your power goes out and people die of frost or freezing. And the altitude, which this affects wind turbines and how quickly they generate power. Relatively flat. You also have resource allocation. Water you get from the ground, that is limited. Concrete you get from the ground, that is limited. Metal you also found scattered around the ground, but also under the ground, and that is limited as well. And also you have threats like dust devils, which are vortexes, dust storms, which are bad and can really screw up your oxygen generation facilities and some of your water ones if you don't have water drills. Meteors, they will absolutely kill everything. And you have cold waves. Cold waves are very, very, very common in the polar regions because it's bloody cold up here. Like minus 72, that's a lot. That is bad. You can also define your custom one, because you can put it down here and you'll get a... You can go just about everywhere. So let's go back actually, because I'm not gonna play a new game. I'm gonna try and actually load my save game from previous, the one called Demo. So I'm gonna show you exactly him after like some time spent, and I think my recording may have started there for a bit. So let's pause it. Now what you're seeing here is an extremely malfunctioning and dysfunctional colony. You also have a radio, which again, it's a Hemimont game. It's similar to the tropical radio. You even have announcers. You can have no radio if you don't want to have the music non-stop up there. So this colony is not what you would call functional. I started here because this was a vista point where you get a bonus to your comfort because it's next to some dunes and people like the dunes. Then I built this one. Then I build this one. Then I build this one. And then build this one because these two are too far apart and I can't connect them with a long enough tube. And they need to be connected so that people can go from here to here. Now this one I had to unlock after a couple of hours of playtime because you don't start off with everything unlocked. You start off with, well, a couple of them. And then you... Oh, I have to research this because this would be really useful. That's a breakthrough. That's a special thing. That's a big bonus. So like this one was a big bonus as well. You research them depending on which ones you want. Then there are quite a bit of them. Building construction costs. Oh yeah, this is because I'm a mayor. You have quite a lot of them, and you don't get these necessarily by researching them directly. Like okay, you do. So I researched this one, and this one will unlock. But, and there's a big but. If I zoom out, this is a map of the region of Mars I'm in right now. Now, this region of Mars will sort of be the same always. So if you select that region of the planet, you'll always get this map. These are not, I believe they are not randomly generated because I got this map twice. And the distribution of resources was the same on the other one as well. And apart from, your typical things like water, metal, rare minerals that you can export, rare metals, and concrete, which you need. Concrete actually looks very nice in the way it's collected. So you have these rollers, and they roll around and get our stuff, and also generate some waste rock that currently is useless. I haven't found anything that actually uses rock. Apart from those, and of course, scenic sites from time to time. You also find these like. These are anomalies. These you use a research drone, a research rover, explorer rover to research. Like this one just did. Oh, anomaly analyzed. We also have random events. So, someone joked we found kryptonite. It was because the greenish yellow hue of the beryl crystals. Awesome. Reduce cost of physics text by 10%. See? And some of these will actually give you bonus research towards technology you may have already discovered. I mean, unlocked but not found, not completed. Or it may also give you like a leg up by revealing technology somewhere down the path. Like, I think this one was just one I found because of an anomaly and because it gives me that big of a bonus to my factories and refineries. I researched it, and you can also. You can generate these points for researching from your sponsor, that's your starting out one, from the research buildings, and from your outsourcing, which I can do right now. It's a method by which you can pay money and get research from Earth as a bonus. So let's get back down to the level of the Mars, and actually research something. And these are going to Earth, so they're gonna take a while. You can always call things from Earth, like resources or even ships, depending on how much money you have. Let's see, what do I need from Earth? Do I need more drones? No, I do not. I'm gonna get some orbital drones, orbital probes, just so I can reveal the rest of the planet, and that's gonna come along at some point. Now, the basis of the game is quite simple. People live in domes. Well, not that one because it's empty. People live in domes like this one. See, there's a people. Hello, people. Building not working. I don't think I have enough. What don't I have enough of? I don't have enough workers. I'm gonna need more. Okay, I'm gonna need more workers. Factory AI. Too bad it doesn't replace people. So back to the building I was back to the people I was spying on right now. So. People live in here, and that's a really dirty drone. You should get yourself cleaned up. One thing that I really like is that the game really takes into account the passage of time on Mars. Things will degrade. Things will get visibly worse, filled with dust. Like this is almost brand new. This just got cleaned. This one, look at it. It's dirty. It's icky. It's gonna need some fluffing. Dust accumulated. Still, it shows 0 dust accumulated though. So I don't know why it's that degraded. Even change their design if you want to. I just made that guy blue. Oh, by the way, that actually changes the color of all the drones associated with a drone controlling system, like all of these. These are controlled by one drone relay, and it delimitates exactly how far the drones can go. So you're gonna have to set up sort of you're gonna have to set up cell networks so that resources can be passed around between all of these. Get a lot of food because you do get food when you bring some colonists on one of your ships. This is a landing pad I made so that when ships land they don't make a mess. And this is a mobile drone control command thing which lets you actually move your drones around and not have to build those stations everywhere. So let's go back to the people. Now the people, they have needs. They have sanity, morale actually. They need to be, you know, not suicidal. This guy being a hippie means that they get more comfort from parks and like from things like this, which is nice. Actually, it's a living complex. From, you know, small gardens, from ponds, it's nice for them. You also have comfort, which lets people actually enjoy themselves. You have sanity, which this will make people suicidal if you don't get them to be well rested, if you don't give them a proper low resource. I'm running out of metal. Running really low on metal, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Also have health. Health will deplete if you don't get them to actually exercise or breathe oxygen. And to get these people to actually work properly, you're gonna need things like an art store to keep them entertained a bit. You're gonna need a nursery for children because if you have a high enough comfort level for your dome, like for example this one is actually quite high. The people around will say, hey, you know, this place isn't bad. Let's do the nasty, and they'll make kids, and these kids will then need to go to school. So I put the school here, and from here they will learn things, and they will come up with these traits that you can train them in. You know, never release a suicide if you're religious, enthusiast, gives them higher performance when they have a good morale. And these will go on to become your new specialists because you have specialists depending on what they do. And these are the research things that I actually shut off a while ago because I was sort of running out of power. Actually, this isn't on. Okay, now it's on. You can program shifts and you can have people working around the clock basically if you want to. But that will sometimes make them a bit cranky. Have electronic stores, you have ponds, you have well, hydroponics to feed them. I actually don't need. There is a lot of food. Like I think it was one of the perks of one of the factions I picked or something because I get a lot of food when I bring like people, like 10 boxes of food per person, and combined with what I'm producing, that's a lot. Why is I don't have enough people for that? Okay. Crystal complex. People will gamble. But they're happy when they gamble. Building's not working. Refinery, yeah, the research lab is kind of kaput because I don't have enough people. This one doesn't have enough people either. And I just made this apartment complex, and this actually has people in it. And so I made, like I told you, I made this this thing here just because I wanted to connect this one to the big one that I just researched. And in this one, we're gonna make some new buildings. So we're gonna go to build. We're gonna go to. I haven't unlocked the archaeology, have I? No, I haven't unlocked the smart home yet. Those will still require some research. Actually, how far away am I from researching it? Back to no, not this one. Close. Actually, I think my ships are back at Earth. I can pick whichever of these specialists I want. Because I researched an increased size of the transport ship, I can get more people to Mars, and some of them will have no specialization, so they'll be okay at what they do. Some of them will be specialized and be really good at something. It's okay to have a mix between them. So let's launch this back to Mars, and it'll tell me that I don't have enough space to house the new people. I just have space for one, but that's okay because I'm gonna build a new thing for the people coming. So I'm gonna go back to building and see. Smart home. No, wait, I wanted to look at research. How far away my colonists? Martian variability. No, that's not the ecology. That's not gonna be built anytime soon. That's the research cost on it is just humongous. So no, that's I'm gonna have to build just some apartment complexes. Thankfully, I can build quite a few of them. Unbuildable. Oh yeah, that's. Thought that was a square. No, that's not buildable. Let's put this here. Rotate it. And voila. And now some drones will get right to building this thing. It requires concrete and poly something, which is I actually got these from Earth because I can produce them quickly enough on my end, like 1.3. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. So okay, let's get this to land. That is not a lot. Now I don't actually need this thing to land because the probes are in space. They've already been deployed. But once this thing lands, I can disassemble it, and then use its resources to actually build things. So it's gonna land any second now. There it is. It's landing very beautifully, and now they'll just fall over. See, usually it drops the cargo and then falls over because it didn't have any cargo. It just did that. Now I'm looking for some metal that is still on the surface of the planet because my mining efforts have not gone well so far because I don't have enough people. But this looks like metal, and I'm gonna get my my transporter to actually research it, to collect it. I could even give it a route, like go there, collect, and come back, which I should probably actually have done. Would have been a lot more efficient. Even if you don't have the space probes, passive scans will eventually uncover areas. Like, see it uncover this area. But since we do have these probes, let's do this instead. Come on. More anomalies. That's an area that will give me a bonus to research if I actually... No, that's still an anomaly. That is still an anomaly. This blue one, this will give me a bonus to research if I go there. There's a mill next to it, so let's... Oh, that's another vista. More anomalies, and... Ooh! Deep scan. Deposit is not exploitable with your current technology, so I'm gonna need something bigger. Underground rare materials. Gonna need something bigger and better. Now I mentioned that the game, because of the latest update with the terraforming thing, has tools that let you change the surface a bit. You can flatten things. You can even make ramps. Unfortunately, I haven't found a way yet to make a ramp here. Yeah, I know it's not flat. That's the point of it. Oh, does it work? Holy crap, it worked. Yes, it actually works. Okay, so I was wrong. I just didn't know how to use the tool properly. So you can make something that can get you up here, because otherwise I had no means of getting to this place with anything until you will have flying drones at one point. See, because I found that anomaly, I now have moisture farming and stem reconstruction. See, moisture farming? No, that's something else. Where's stem reconstruction? Stemic social something. Biotech. Oh, there it is. Live long and prosper. The Vulcan salute. Which is nice. More anomalies. Can even queue research. Actually, there's a bonus. There's a research thing that gives you extra research points. If you have multiple of these recon exploration things. I haven't researched that thing yet, so there's no point in me having more than one, honestly. Actually, there would be. I would just actually no, there wouldn't be, because even though I would be collecting them faster, I would still not have them in increased numbers. So it's the same thing. So this is a deep metal thing. Well, this is just a shallow one with a low-grade material, and it's still got a lot, but I'm not collecting much of it. The ship is still not back. I'm gonna put this in fast forward. And hopefully my thing will actually collect stuff. Yes, it's collecting the stuff. Slowly, but it is. It is doing its job. So far the game is, I gotta say, is quite intriguing. I think it has more potential. Drone printing. Oh, I can actually build my own drones now. Well, I will be able to build my own drones soon. This will enable mega domes and mega trigon domes, which are bigger. And I'll be able to make my own drones soon. That's gonna be good because I keep having to import them from Earth, and it gets a bit annoying. Can I outsource? Yes, I will. For next 5 years. Okay. Bonus research time, people. Bonus research time. Now let's wait for the new rivals to jump in, and let's see if we can keep them alive. These are solar panels. They will not work at night, so I have to complement them with these. So this will work. I don't think I have enough metal to get these to work, do I? That's why they're not built yet. But these ones I have upgraded to work a bit better. They produce quite a bit of energy. And I do have batteries tied to them around here, so... Oh, that's actually full. I should build more batteries. I like that the interface gives you like clear information. You're producing this currently. If you mouse over it, it shows you exactly how much you have stored. It's a really easy to use interface, and it's very direct. It tells you everything you need to know. For example, if I keep it running at fast forward, night's gonna come in and bam, I'm losing power. And if I click on that, it'll highlight the power structure. And it'll highlight them in different colors, because this one is its own system. It'll have a different color than this one, which is its own system. It probably should have not made this a single system, because it's kind of vulnerable to being damaged by meteorites or something. But on the other hand, I could have actually implemented this, which is a power switch. So if I put this here, and there's I don't know, there's a leak at any point, like on one side of another of the switch, I can turn the switch off, and I'll have the part that's damaged isolated from the rest of it. So when it does drain energy, it will not drain the energy from all the other places. It'll just drain from here. So these people will die, but everybody else will be fine. It gives you quite a few options. I'm honestly, well, I wouldn't say impressed, but I'm pleasantly surprised with the complexity it gives you. It's not... Oh, I forgot to... Okay, now it's being drained. So let's get this thing to land. Come on. 100%. I know you're in orbit. Come on. Okay, let's land it. Let's put... You actually get it to land anywhere, but if it lands on something other than a pad, it will throw up dust, and dust will absolutely damage with time your other vehicles, and you know, your stations, your buildings. Let's see, is it gonna land? Here it comes. See, you can see it come from all the way off the map, and it's coming down. Elon Musk would be proud. Come on. Now, you may be seeing that no progress is being made on this slope. That's because I have no drone control system in its vicinity. Nothing. I'm going to have to build one like around here and have it be powered and assign some drones to it. See, all the drones, most of the drones, they're doing nothing because there's something to do in their region. But they will wake up once the colonists arrive, because the ship has 220 pieces of food on it, so they're gonna collect the food the second these guys start. See, that little light means that their drone needs recharging, so I built them these stations to recharge, or they can go to the to this place, to the station itself. I'm still impressed with the way the drones look. And I have 100 colonists now. Hopefully that means I won't have any more unfulfilled jobs. Oh yeah, a meteor hit around here a while ago, and these drones sort of died. So I'm gonna disassemble them. Sorry, drones. Nice. At least you're giving me some metal, which is a good thing to have. Okay, go in there. well, some of. Look, that's actually that's a weird path. Oh no, actually, no, what happened? So there was one empty place here, and because they all saw that empty place, they all went there. But once that got filled up, they realized, oh, it's not there. So instead of actually going this way, they went this way. They went back out and went. Okay, I'm gonna have to scan more system, more squares. Back. No, back to the colonists. Made a breakthrough. Hive mind. Residents in the archaeology get a bonus to work performance based on number of unique perks and specializations of colonists living. Okay, that's actually a nice thing to have, but I don't have an archaeology yet. The thing's gonna cost a lot to research. It's gonna take some time. And you see them all just walking in there, all happy-pappy. Hopefully they'll get to work. See, they don't have high comfort yet because this isn't a developed dome. Yes. Martian research, something, colonists achieve. And there, this is almost filled up. And this one's actually still empty. Oh, they all fit in here, which is nice. Okay, so I'm gonna have to actually build this up to give them the proper, things that people would need in the place. I'm gonna give them another school, maybe. Yeah, if I put one of these, it'll just drive the power consumption into the ground, through the roof actually, and then it'll fall to the ground. I'm gonna give them another one of these things, a casino. Another infirmary is a good thing to have because some of them will go crazy. Kinda wish I could build them. Actually, I think I can build there, but with a really small thing. Art store, electronic store. I can have a creative robotics. I'm gonna need to research this. I'm gonna put a guard station as well, just in case some of them decide to go nuts. Open air gym, yes. They're gonna need to get some exercise, the lazy bastards. Oh no, wait. Oh, I have a water reclamation system. Oh. Okay, so this will cause the colony to waste less water. But the archaeology I still have not researched, so I can put that in the center. That's good. Let's see what else do I have. Oh yeah, the statue dedicated to me, and fountains and ponds, stuff that'll get them to relax a bit, chill out. Don't stress out. Get your ass to Mars and chill out. Should have started this video with a quote from Arnold Schwarzenegger. Didn't. That's a wasted opportunity. Such a wasted opportunity. For the most part, if you don't have any crisis to take care of, you can hang around and watch people do things like this. But since I'm running really low on metal, and I've built this in such a way that, well, I'm really close to being really screwed. Like, I don't have any more electronics, and I'm making them at a really, really slow pace. Super slow pace. No, actually, that's metal. Where's my? Oh yeah, this is my electronics. I make 1.1 a day. So it's not going great. This isn't an optimal way. Don't take this as being an, like. Look at this. Look at this and realize it. I haven't been through the tutorial. I've been just winging it, realizing, oh, so that's how they work. These pipes, by the way, these carry both water and oxygen at the same time, so you can splice the systems together, so you will not waste as much space with them. And also, they have predefined points where they can enter a dome. So you just can plumb them anywhere. One thing that confused me is the access points, these ones. I kept trying to connect them to these things, but no, that's just the entrance and exit for the drones and the people. This one actually is the conveyor by which people can move freely between domes. And you have to build bridges over them so drones can get around and other things. People don't really spend a lot of time outside of these areas, and all there's these guys because they're going to work, and their job is kind of far away, I'd say. I think they're going here to work. My god, those poor bastards, I put them to work. No way, they're going here. Huh. For a second I thought we were going all the way out here. Oh yeah, because I do have 2 refineries of fuel, this thing has fuel now. And I can actually do something better than sending it home. Instead of sending it home, I'm gonna send it on a mission. With 3 drones I can get new technologies. Or I can send them... I don't have any more of these or these, so I can do that. I don't need one of those. Actually, I could send my Explorer, but I don't know what resources I'm getting. I could do this, but again, it's expensive. But it will give me something really nice, like 400 research, that's good. Where I can have a breakthrough. Send expedition. Send expedition. Send expedition, people. So I'm gonna need 10 people. Waiting to unload stuff. High in tower. What did that give me? Build a dome. The spire is built. The spire is built. And the spire gives me, well, maintenance and recycles up to 70% of the water used in the dome. And this dome alone. So it's probably important that at one point I actually start tearing down the old domes and move people to the new dome. That's actually what I should have been doing like now, and remove this one, probably remove this one, surely remove this one, and just move people up here. But I'm gonna have to make sure that the infrastructure I've built for, you know, this stuff, this is gonna need cleaning soon, maintenance soon. I'm gonna have to make sure that I don't abandon the maintenance robots, that I don't move them in the new area, because I won't be able to actually maintain the old the original points of the system. And this is a that's a lot of stone I'm wasting there. Really detailed stone. Oh, hull polarization. Buildings require maintenance less often. That's a good one to have, actually, and that's not expensive. Cool. Oh no, wait, my ship already took off, so they've already done it. That's what they discovered on their journey, on their trek, which was around here somewhere. I can also go here and capture an asteroid, a meteor, for rare metals. Huh. Cool. Probably not gonna do that. You later on you will be able to research sort of laser grids or something to defend yourself against the meteors, but currently I don't have any of those, so I'm at the mercy of the fates. Yes, I know I don't have enough robotics things to actually maintain some of these buildings, and they're gonna fall over and die. Sad. Very, very sad. Come on, get some shifts working. Vacant slots 15, vacant residential slots, vacant work slots. Unemployment is not a problem here. Everybody's working. When you inspect the residents, let's see, everybody seems to be doing fine. Okay, 37 for this thing, comfort, not great. 75 for sanity. I had somebody with 20 sanity and I don't know exactly what happened. Things seem to be quite normal. Granted, I'm playing at a lowish difficulty, so that may be the reason why I don't suck as much now as I should be. But it can still pose some interesting I wouldn't say challenges, but choices. Some interesting provocations, even at a low difficulty. And not the mean kind of challenges that will make you fail completely, but no, it's workable. So this setup is totally screwed up. If I were to rebuild it, I would build something completely different. But just because I didn't have a super optimal build, the game did not punish me at this level of difficulty, which is nice. It let me explore. It let me learn the game by playing it, which is what a lot of games should do. For example, I should have learned sooner that it's probably a better idea to have dedicated like these things. These will just accept concrete, instead of just having them, you know, littered around, some of them full, some of them not. Just have them for individual resources. Stockpiles. Like this stockpile is full, should build another one. So they're throwing waste rock around here. The poor drones. But it's even so, like even with my suboptimal build, I'm doing not horribly at this point in time. I will be doing horribly once once other things start dropping from the sky. Probably no aliens yet. Probably. Well, I can't actually build a custom complex because I can't. I don't have any more of these electronics. But I sent the ship back home, so maybe I'll be able to get some more. That'll be pretty much everything I have to say at this point about Surviving Mars. It's a nice game. I think this actually has some legs to it. Some endurance. This may go the distance. This may be something people will be playing for a couple more years. So probably look forward to more content for it, hopefully. More updates, more free stuff. And this is probably... This is gonna stop... I'm curious, when the water tank stops working on that, they fixed it. But when it stops working, will it just not accept more water or start leaking? Because one of them is definitely a lot worse than the other one. Because if something starts leaking, it will drain water from the entire system, not just from itself. Because I've built a single system for all of these, and that's a horrible idea. This was the right idea. Actually, these were independent systems at the beginning, but I kind of screwed things up along the way and did boo-boos. The game recommends you not centralize things like I did here, because if a meteor falls here, or worse, if a meteor falls like here, a lot of them are gonna die. A lot of things are gonna die. And it's not gonna be nice. And this one has... What does... Oh yeah, I don't have... the building broke and I don't have anything to maintain it with. Well, I'm gonna see again with... I have no clue. Don't know when. Don't know if this is even gonna be posted. So, take care. Goodbye, everybody. Also, if you're curious about the game, you can probably play it and see for yourself if it's nice. Personally, I think it's nice. Goodbye.